All right, VC. Hope you're doing all right out there. Back to a normal finds video here. A lot of stuff locally. Well, not a lot, but some stuff I've picked up cheap locally at a couple of shops, and then had, I think it's been a few weeks now. I've got a couple really nice records come in the mail as well, and a tape. So we'll get into it here. First, I'll show what I've picked up recently at Repo. Gone in a couple of times over the last few weeks. Found some interesting things. I've been digging through this large classical collection that they got in, and it's a lot of Deutsche Gramophones in beautiful shape, like this one. This is Claude Debussy, Preludes, Volume 1. The pianist Arturo Benedetti Michelangeli. I'm not really sure how to say that. This is stunning stuff. Really dig the piano on this. It gets some interesting playing at times on this. And this sound, the sound on this recording is impeccable. That's a German original. Yeah, it says imported by Polydor Inc., made in West Germany. So yeah, really good album for $5. Getting into more stuff like that in the classical realms. Also picked this up the night I got that in the used new arrivals. Iggy Pop, blah blah blah. Did not have this one from Iggy Pop. This is a pristine original copy, so that I went ahead and grabbed it. It was cheap. What was this? 86 on A&M. I think the big song on this was "Cry for Love," which there was a promo 12-inch of that the owner kept in this same collection. Yeah, I think everything's it's still all here. What it came with. The original insert or record sleeve or whatever. Yeah, A&M. Beautiful copy. It's not one I normally see in any kind of good shape. So we went ahead and picked that up for my Detroit section, which I do have a separate section for here in the house. Any of the Detroit artists, even though I know Iggy lives in Miami now. So there's that. I think another trip, I went in, just wanted to look at some of the 7-inches in the drawers. I think I was bored one day. And I ended up finding this one, the Delonics, on Philly Groove Records. This was like $2. Trying to Make a Fool of Me on the A, and the B is Baby I Love You. Now, the B side I'm not into, but the A side is super dope. Really dope cut, killer drums, totally had to be sampled to death. So that was and this is in fantastic shape, so that was a really cool 7-inch to find. But I was looking for Devo 7-inches, just because I don't really need full albums. But I found, this is the only one I found. It's a Devo Working in the Coal Mine on the A side, which I don't really care for that cut, but Planet Earth on the B side, that is great guitars on that cut by Devo. I figure I'd try out some of their 7-inches, since I'm going to try to see them here in, I think it's September. They come with the B-52s to Charlotte. I get tickets from work, so I'm going to try to get those tickets from work. We have like a lottery thing for the box seats. So that's one of the goals, is to go see Devo and B-52s. Also found this one in the new arrivals. I think when I picked up those 7-inches, Joseph Bowie and Luther Thomas, the St. Louis Creative Ensemble. I Can't Figure Out What You're Doing to Me. This is featuring Charles Bobo Shaw, and this is on Moore's Music from Germany, so an original copy. Anything on this label I'm going to pick up. It's going to be really good jazz. Joseph Bowie on trombone, Luther Thomas is on the alto, Rasul Siddiq on trumpet, Daryl Mixon on bass. I don't know those two guys, but Charles Bobo Shaw on drums. Yeah, this just should be some really great stuff from the late 70s, recorded by Jeff Gilson, great French musician. Awesome to find that. But the big find, one of the bigger finds I've had this year at Repo, this was $8. This is a 10-inch original pressing on Savoy of the Prez and the Bean. Very rare record. I think the only copy for sale on Discogs is going for around $300 after shipping. It's not in the best of shape, but it plays through. It's definitely a swinging record. This is some early stuff from the 50s. Love the artwork on the cover, and it does have some writing, but the writing's in pencil, so that might erase off. I haven't messed with it though. Yeah, there you go. Original Savoy long playing microgroove. This is non-breakable, 33 1/3 RPM. Some early stuff from Lester Young and Coleman Hawkins. Prez and the Bean. That's fantastic saxophone. When it comes in, like when Lester pops in and Coleman will pop into the music. Great find. Sticking with some of the older jazz, Luke at Premium Sound got a pretty rare collection from a former DJ at a radio station in Charlotte of early jazz. A lot of promo material, a lot of promo 7 inches and the like. And I went up specifically to look through the 7-inch box. I didn't buy any of the LPs. There is one I might circle back for on the LP side. But some great 7 inches. This one is an original advanced sample copy on VJ of Lee Morgan Expubidant. I can't remember how that's said. On the A side, and the song Just in Time on the B side. That's I didn't have that record. I think it's been recently reissued actually, but not the best Lee Morgan stuff, but this is I dug this quite a bit. So an original promo Lee Morgan, not something you see every day. And these were cheap. Training In from John Col Train with the Red Garland Trio on Prestige, original 7-inch. And these Prestige 7 inches sound incredible. I posted one of them that I'll show here in a one of those short type videos here on YouTube, so you can hear a cut of it. But yeah, Training In, parts 1 and part 2. I had some other Prestige Col Train that I found at a convention here in Charlotte, but these are in just stunning shape, and these were not very expensive. And then yeah, this one here, the Sonny Rollins Quartet. This is the song St. Thomas, part 1 and part 2. Great cut from Sonny Rollins on Prestige. This was only $4, and Luke pointed out to me it had a small crack in it, but like on the inside, and it didn't affect play, and it doesn't. And so I put up the sound clip. Sync Plays Like a Dream, and it normally goes for like $35 and up. So for $4, I took a chance on it, and he said it played, and it does. Did not lead me astray. That's a great 7-inch. And then last but not least, this one was in that box of 7 inches, and this is kind of a rare one. And Teddy's already reached out to me and wanted to trade for this, so at some point he will work out a trade. I know he's really interested in this one. So this is John Lee Hooker on the VJ Records label, Hobo Blues on the A side, and Crawlin' Kingsnake on the B side. Pretty rare one from John Lee Hooker. I've listened to this. It's got a little bit of surface noise, not too bad. And the songs are very, very similar, as a lot of blues artists kind of get in this groove of having a similar vibe in what they're doing. But two great songs, nonetheless, from John Lee Hooker. So yeah, I might be trading that to Teddy. We'll see what he comes back with in a trade offer. What else we got here? I'll show the cassette that came. This is a cassette. Oh, I'm trying to think of the channel. Tommy's Vinyl Knot in Finland. He goes to the festivals over there and shows video footage of all the live acts. He does a great job with it. Something I used to do years ago was, film bands like that. And so I really, really love his channel for getting to see the live stuff. And this was probably my favorite band from that whole festival. It's about a year ago or so when he showed that festival. And it's a band from Montreal, Canada, punk band called Total Nada. And this is their cassette, and this was sitting in Academy in New York City for cheap, so it came my way. And it's just a plain red cassette. It does have like a really cool insert with it, like a fold-out thing. Let me see if I can show that. Yeah, so there's the fold-out with all the lyrics. So that's pretty cool. It kind of just tucks in there into the cassette case. Well, if I can grab it without screwing up my back. I've already hurt my back once today. Getting old up here. So there's that one. Total Nada. Some badass punk from Montreal, Canada, of all places. Now I've got 2 records sitting here in my Grail Cube. And I haven't brought them out of the Grail Cube. They're probably going to stay there. These are fantastic records. This one I think I got from Oregon. This is Tuned Boots from 1978 on the FMP label, an original from Germany. This is Schweitzer, Karl, and Maholo. And Rudiger Karl is really going off on the saxophone on this. Yeah, just killing it. Louis Maholo's doing a whole separate rhythmic thing while the craziness is going on, and Irene Schweitzer is getting wild on piano. This is a really free affair. If you like free jazz, this is a great one. This is a perfect example of what it can do, the intensity it can bring. This is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I really like side one. Side one's, I think, just one long song. Yeah, Tuned Boots. I like side one more than I do side two. Side two's got 3 cuts, but yeah, that side one piece is some of my favorite free jazz I've heard. Maybe it's just because it's fresh to my ears, but it's from 1977 when it was recorded. Yeah, I think this is one Joe Analog Archive found at WFMU last year, or traded for one. This is a steal of a price. This is like $30 bucks or 30 some bucks after shipping. Really good price. And then last but not least, this came from Dusty Groove. I had not bought anything from Dusty Groove in quite a long time. They had an incredible price on this. I'd say it was about 70 to 75 bucks less than I've been seeing it go for. And it's, I think, due to a few condition issues, but they're very superficial issues, and one was able to be fixed. So that's, India from Gal Costa, an original Brazilian pressing on Philips. This is some wonderful stuff with the fantastic cover and back cover. It's a gatefold. It does have someone's name on the front, right there on the, on the toe. There's your gatefold. The bottom seam was split, but it's one of those, it's a glued seam, so I just took my glue stick and re-glued it. It's like just perfectly fine again. Record is VG. Not in the not a VG Plus, but a nice enough copy for the price it was at. So I was very, very happy to add this to the Brazilian collection. This was a huge piece for me, one I've been looking for a long time. And it does have the original insert, which is not easy to come by. So there's that as well. Might have been one other thing that came with this record originally, but I'm not sure. That might not be with it, whatever that was. But yeah, very stoked to get this record. Gal Costa, beautiful stuff. Maybe her best record. It's up there. So yeah, just old school finds video. Take care, VC. Peace.